Asia, salute. Appreciate the pull up. It's getting nasty out here, people. Tokyo is just in the building. Salute. Salute to Tokyo is just in the building. Action pack. Salute. What's going on, my guys? Let them come up in the building. I don't, we back with the late notifications. You understand? So, let them come up in the building. What you mean? A real woman know exactly what Remy was saying. I mean, pretty much it ain't really about what Remy's saying at this point. Pretty much. Not at this point. Yeah, not at this point. I think the best thing Remy could do is not say nothing. That's just that's just my view of it. Just not say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's Remy best weapon is not to say nothing. Renegade Society Production, salute, my guy. Salute, salute. Yeah, I think that's Rem best case. Don't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't be hard. Don't say nothing. Monique, salute. Appreciate the pull up. Yeah, it shouldn't be hard. The hardest thing is just swallowing your pride. To let her tell it, she did that already. You know what I mean? She swallowed her pride. It's over with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. You dig? I'm just shocked at Papoose response. That's what I'm shocked at. You know what I mean? Top shot salute. That's what I'm shocked at, people. At Papoose response. Like, Papoose response was kind of like, just It's looking like, grade school. I mean, PS 26 or something like that. You dig? Yeah. I rolled down, like me personally, papoose. If you felt how you feeling, like now, I would have said that when everything happened. I would put everything out there. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody for pulling up. Make sure when y'all pull up, hit that like button, share the live, and subscribe. You are now rocking out with your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. You understand? When we come over here, we don't spit all facts. We just spit what we feel, and we give our input looking in from the outside. You understand me? So, at the end of the day, it's just our view of what we feel. That's what we do over here in UNT Network. We give our view. We can't say what's going on because we're not there. So all we can do is give our view. You know what I mean? So we give our view and we break it down the way we see fit. It don't have to be truth. You know what I mean? And we chop it up. You know what I mean? So, appreciate everybody for pulling up, rocking out with your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. You understand? Again, hit that like button, share the live, and subscribe to the channel. In that order. Top Shot always talking about my Cash App. Top Shot, hit the Cash App. The Cash App work. You understand what I'm saying? Super Chat work. Hit the Super Chat, people. You know what I mean? Top asked for the Cash App like 3 years ago. They ain't touch it not one time. But yet he'd come up on the panel and try to run my panel. You know what I'm saying? Top Shot to try to run my panel. You dig? He pop out, what's that? One joint, he pop out showing low $300-400. He was bald. I don't know what happened now. We ain't here from top of the minute. Top be working in the gym now. Hit that Cash App, Top Shot. That's what they. Oh, I see, Asia. You jacking with Remy saying, as if he was broke or whatever. However, nah, I don't think Pat broke. I wouldn't say he broke. I think he got more money than Rem. That's a fact. I think he got more money than Rem. I don't think Rem bag like that, and that's the only way with how people. That's how I'm gonna think. I don't think Rem. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a bag like yeah. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because right, check it right. If Rim bag was up, this me hypothetically speaking. If Remy Ma bag was up, I don't think she would have time to entertain what's going on. I just don't I don't see it. Um, I don't see her making rounds. I don't hear about her making rounds. Like she's not touring. She's not doing shows. I mean, this is just only what the eye can see. You know what I mean? I don't know nothing about nothing else. You know what I mean? The little battle rap show, that's not no money. That ain't no money. Obviously, they don't live in no secluded area. If she said Papoose lived down a block from, yeah, she said Papoose got an apartment down the block. So they can't be in no secluded area. You know what I mean? So when you say broke, you gotta like you mean broke like what? You know what I mean? I'm thinking worst case scenario, he could pay his bills when it's time to pay his bills. You know what I'm saying, people? So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna say broke now. Do he got billions? Nah. You know what I'm saying? But he got enough to maintain, you know what I mean, to wash something up and to bring back something clean. He got enough to do that. I mean, Rem, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest, I don't know. So we ain't go, I don't want to go that far, but I know there's a lot of things. Monique said, what? Remy lives in a high rise in the city. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So, things like that. Lives in a high rise in the city. She has a house. Oh, in South Carolina? Yeah. You know what I mean? So there you go. I don't, you know what I mean? Like a high rise. But I'm not gonna count no pockets. I'm just gonna, see it and speak on it how I see it. You know what I mean? And you know, when you got that money on, your mind is on that money on. You know what I mean? You're not even fouling out. You know what I'm saying? You're not even doing none of that. You know what I mean? You're not even fouling out. You just gonna keep it imano imano. You're not gonna entertain certain stuff like this that could taint your brand in the near future. Because her brand could be tainted. You know what I mean? Like, this is something that somebody may down the road may not want to do business with her. Batista, salute. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, I'm just speaking on the fact of, when you got that money on. You know what I mean? When you got that money on, you ain't. I'm stuck in the jungle, bro. Salute to you, Batista. I don't know what you mean by that. You stuck in the jungle. You in BK. You stuck in BK. Yeah. So you know what I mean, people. You talking that money on, you know what I mean. You got that money on, man. You know what I mean. She entertained some that I would just be like, what? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they say I listened to Remy live and I understood exactly what she was saying. As a wife, there's certain things you do to make sure the man in the situation. Yeah, but you looking like, look, man, stop it, Top Shot. Hit that cash app. Yeah, but check it out, right? I understand that part, Asia, but we can't be biased. We gotta just, you know, I guess speaking from my perspective, right? So for her to come up there and make that statement, to me, she's acting like we didn't see what she's done. You know what I mean? Like we witnessed you play out of pocket. So we just can't, oh yeah, on some female ish. Oh yeah, I feel Remy and nah. Remy out of pocket. Yeah, it's raining over here, Batista. Well, it was. It's a little drizzle now. But yeah, it's rain weather over here. So you know what I'm saying? Like, now if you just went on and you ain't foul out, you stood on law, then people may sympathize with you a little bit. So for me, same thing like with Pat. Same thing like with Pat. I wouldn't even, because what they don't know, they won't know. We ain't heard nothing about. I mean, until now, somebody came out talking about they was listening with Pat and whatever have you and blah blah blah. But I don't think that. How should I say? I don't want to say I don't think that Pat right because people handle situations the way they want to handle situations, right? So you know what I mean. So now I'm starting to feel like I just wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have went out like I wouldn't have went out like that. I would have went out. I would have kept it just like that. You understand me? I would have just kept it just like that. Now it's the rubbing in the face of each other. That's what's going on now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do like you know what I mean. Too much emotion is involved. You dig? So um, I would have just kept quiet. I would have kept quiet because now it's a lot of the other stuff that's coming out. Like he don't be in his pops. I mean, he don't be in his child life anyway. Um, he may be leaving his clothes at Rim House. You know how that go. For a man, I'm gonna leave this here right here so I could double back. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have did that. First thing first, soon as this thing hit off, I would have got all my stuff up out of there, whether my name or whatever, but we gonna do that first. You know what I mean? Then, Rim taking shots at him, like saying that, his son, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, you know what I'm saying? Like, he neglecting his son because of that. So, it's a lot, right? That you could say, all right, now it's going too far. Because look, she can have all the females riding with her. Hood TMZ, salute, my God. Rimside, salute, you already. You know what I mean? So when you look at it, now she's digging in the closet on him. Now, now you got people like Asia jacking her now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I feel her. That's woman-ish. You know what I mean? But why go that far with it? At least have some respect for yourself as far as just so, you know what? I'm not going to expose, because that right there is a low blow. That was a low blow. Especially when she started talking, yo, yeah, no, he ain't this and he ain't that. He broke. Now he coming on. He like, yeah, such and such. You know, talking about Rem. Yeah, yeah, but right when you say that, right, isn't that what you're supposed to do when you one item? When you're one item, like you're supposed to do that. I don't think when you one item, you should identify your other half as being broke. No, I mean that's just me. I don't think your other half should be right. But that's what I'm saying now too, though. Right now, it shouldn't be her place to degrade him now as well. It should stay the same. That's the point I'm making. That energy should stay the same. You know what I mean? El Plaga, salute, my God. Make sure y'all go subscribe, like, and share to my man El Plaga TV. Yeah, you know what I mean, though? But that shouldn't be different energy. It should be the same energy that Rem should kept. Period. You went on, you did your thing, you happy. I'm going on, I'm moving on, I'm doing my thing, and I'm happy. That's it. That's it. We shouldn't have to worry about who broke, who ain't got this, who this and that. Straight gorilla salute. Oh, ass salute. You know what I mean? So we really shouldn't know what's going on within their home. You know what I mean? We shouldn't know that. We shouldn't know what's going on in their home. Grown man throw salute, my God. That's just it shouldn't. You know what I mean? So when they start speaking of things that's going on in their home, now you have pretty much a sour breakup. You got kids. Um, she has an older son that's behind a wall. Like these are things that you just, and even with that, talk about that. Rim with the bag. I'm just saying, son should have a banging lawyer and he should be out on bail right now. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Somebody with that bag, they're gonna make sure that everything is secure. Everything is imano imano. You know? So kids are involved. Obviously you got another female involved, but she talking her talk. So from a man view, I need to speak from a man view. Pat going out bad. Just from a man view. He's breaking down the altercation he had with the dude Easy, the block captain. Like I would have did that from the door. Like I wouldn't even waited for that. Now it seemed like you're bitter because now you're talking about something that you could have talked. You could have talked about that then. I would have put all that out there then, especially if I know it was going to end up like this. Why not put that out there? You talking about how he beat dude up, stomped him out. Dude was debunking it. Pat wasn't saying nothing. Now all of a sudden, Pat was okay with talking about that situation. You know what I mean? Pretty much he's saying he walked up on her at one of the events and they was hugged up. Pap also like, yeah, she been doing that, but she was curving it. Nah, blah, blah, blah. You know how females do. Nigga know something going on, females still like, nah, there ain't nothing going on, blah, blah, blah. Or, that's my bro. Little stuff like that. And Pat probably was on it. So Pat like, yo, listen, I'm not mad at the fact that that's what she went. I guess he already felt something was going on. So, he like, all right, cool. He was mad at the fact that old boy, what's up, shook his hand, supposed to be on some grown man time. At this point, I would guess that he's an employee. He's working for Pat as well. Turn around and you knocking his wife down. You know what I mean? So I guess Rem was curving it. Nah, there ain't nothing going on. Blue, blue, blue. And and Pap already kind of knew what was up, so he took it to be on himself. I guess he popped up on at the event, and voila, he seen them hugged up. He seen them hugged up. So I guess he didn't react then. I don't think. I don't think he reacted then. I think he caught him at another show, and he's saying that when he walked up on Boy thought it was gonna be a conversation. Nah, he walked up on Boy and put hands and feet on him. know what I mean? He walked up on him and put hands and feet on him. So, you know, did it go too far? I think so. I think it went too far. I don't think social media helped it. Um, you know, just me personally, you know, Rim got other things that she need to focus on. And not saying this doesn't matter, but there's other things that she need to focus on. You know what I mean? Besides this, if y'all gonna move on and go y'all separate way, move on and go y'all separate way. You know what I mean? The slander part, and I'm only saying it. I'm not approaching it like this can't happen. It's not supposed to happen. Nah, I ain't doing that. They both should have. Yeah, that's a fact, bro, man. Doss. That's how I look at it. They both should have kept that in house. Like neither one of them should have came out and said nothing. Especially the brand that they was pushing. You know what I mean? Black love, out of. You know what I mean? Like you supposed to just said, all right, cool. You know what? Let me get ahead and just I'm gonna have to take that on the chin. If either one got out of line. You know what I mean? But when you hear what Pat is saying, it's like, wow. You know, like why would you say that now? You know what I mean? You know, other people they catching it, they titling it something else, and you know, I'm like, whoa. Now you want to talk? Yeah, that's a fact. Straight Gorilla, you better have the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like now you want to talk? You know what I'm saying? Like now? Like why now? I mean, you kept it silent since the situation happened that I know of. You know, now Pap is like pretty much tell all. You know, Pap, yo, yeah, you know, such and such, and like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, where they do that at? It's it's definitely nasty work. You know what I mean? It's nasty work. Because again, like I said, uh, Pap has a young adult. Rim has a young adult plus a baby. You don't think they ears not plugged up to the YouTube, social media, Instagram? Come on. She even went as far as saying Pat pawned her jury. He has a gambling habit. He this and he that and he. But I'm sure the time that y'all been together, you should know all this about this man. What reason did he have to pawn your jury? Yeah, yeah. That's why I said now it becomes I'm gonna say emotional warfare because now both parties are dealing with emotion. Now you know you got your female coming at your baby mom sideways. So now how do Pat look? That's why I wouldn't have said nothing because it's gonna look ugly on both parties. It's just gonna look ugly, and you give people the power to talk. are in that airplane, people. That thing was close. They said all Pat kids are in their 20s. Yeah, look at that. Yo, that thing sound like a fighter jet or something. I'm like, hold on, what was going on? That ain't sound like no regular airplane, people. That thing was like, I think that might have been the loudest I ever heard. Like that thing was roaring. But yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? So you don't think Pat kids is tuned into what's going on? You don't think they listening? All they could do is shake their head. So all they could do, shake their head. So all they could do. And then, right, this where it goes left. Because now you got old girl disrespecting Rem, right? How is Pat kids gonna have respect for her that she have the Rem? So is she already saying she don't want no bond with Pat Child that he got the Rem? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like that's it's crazy. Exactly. If she already have him keep it quiet, move, yeah, that's a fact. She shouldn't say nothing about Rim because you have to deal with Rim Child. Now you hear the difference between that plane and the plane that just passed? That joint smooth, sound high. That other joint, that joint sounded like they're not playing lower. Yo, I'm telling you, people like, but that's a whole nother story. There was a story. Yo, that movie Soul Plane, that joint was like, I used to be like, yo, I might be like that, yo. Just looking out the window, yo, count planes. Yo, that's a fact. But yeah, people, you know what I mean? So I don't know how that's gonna play out. You think Rim daughter's gonna have respect for her? You know what I mean? Is Rim daughter gonna have respect for her? Yeah, yeah, that's a fact too. That is a fact too. But then, yo, Rim petty, Rim like what he told you? What you want a son? You want a son? So she had to throw that in there to line up the fact that he has his son already, and he don't rock with because you know what I'm saying A B C D E F G. That was a shot. It was a petty one, but it was a shot. I'm just like, wow, Rim bugged out. But that's what I'm saying though, people. That's something that's like, you know what? It don't need to go there. It don't need to go there. Even Rim's son now, you know, he's of age, right? So you don't think that he's behind the wall like, yo, this nigga out here trying to play my mom's? Like, you understand what I'm saying? They have a bond. I don't know. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm about to play a little bit of this, what Pat was talking about. I just don't, like, I just went and did that. You know what I mean? I can't talk for Pat. I just can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. But I think he just in his bag. He feels some kind of way. Then he got the joint where, you know, they like Rem couldn't keep her legs closed. Like, yo, it's wild, man. It's wild, people. It definitely make you go on. Now I want to speed this voice up a little bit. So this is just a little something I'm gonna give, with he's starting off and he's talking about easy to block captain situation, which I felt he should have did that when it first took place. If the outcome is gonna be this. Right. Somebody said we stepped in the pub. You said you know you was going to call me down. So I go on the spot. I'm walking through the spot. I don't see the lane. Everybody look like the lane. I go to where I got an idea where they at. When I walk in the room, they in their lovey-dovey. They in their all lovey-dovey. Mine, she been lying, saying she ain't with the nigga. She don't deal with him. All this corny shit, right? I see the lane. Y'all already know. One in his mouth. Off the muscle. What happened was, he thought I came to talk. He thought I was about to talk. Ain't none of that. You don't do that. Mom, right in his mouth off the muscle. Eat them out. Down on his feet, hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. I know. Everybody tells me I should talk about this, but this nigga's a lane. Do what you gotta do. He hit the floor like a sack of potatoes. Stomped him out and all that. Bad. Holding my knuckle, everything. But like I told you, I didn't do that because he slept with my wife. I did that because you shook my hand and did sleep with my wife. But the part I didn't tell y'all is, through this entire ordeal of her cheating with this lane, I started to notice that he had something on her. And I felt like he was blackmailing her. I always felt like he was blackmailing her. Just because of the way she was moving and behaving. So I want to play audio for y'all of him basically, in his own words, admitting to blackmailing her. Listen to this. So this guy said to me, because he's on the phone, when his people run his mouth, they recorded it and sent it to me. But this is... See now, my thing with that is, right, why would you care if she's being blackmailed? You know what I mean? Like, why would you care if she's being blackmailed? To me, you making the bozo dude a little bigger than what he is. See, even power to blackmail Remy. So I don't know what he blackmailed. Like, what could he have blackmailed her about? But he's about to tell us. This is him on the phone. Let me explain. Hold on. Explain. Now, when I started to feel like he was blackmailing her, I brought it to her attention. I said, listen, is it because this dude got something over you? Like, what's going on? She's staying out one day. My daughter got to go to school. She's my daughter's calling. She's not answering the phone. I'm calling. She's not answering when she's this lane. Then she's with this lane for days at a time. It's like crackhead behavior. I'm like, yo, something is wrong. Are they using drugs or something? Like, what's going on behind this lane? So I brought it to her attention. I said, listen, if he's blackmailing you, he holds something over you, let me know, and we can handle that
still got early sex. I don't even know why she's doing this. Oh, I know I'm a bad wife. I'm so sorry. She's saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, it's not.
See, so hearing that, she knows she's doing bad. This is coming out of Rim mouth. I mean, this is coming out of Papoose mouth. So Rim knows she's doing bad, right? And this is what I be saying about females who be out there calling themselves cheating or whatever they want to label it, right? When you caught, you caught. Give it up, right? Because when you caught, you caught. It ain't nothing sweeping under the rug. It ain't all that, oh yeah, that's this and that's that. Nah, you caught. Why you keep trying to go on and you caught? So Rim trying to keep, nah, it ain't nothing, it ain't this and it ain't that. And he already caught you because he's already like, yo, listen, I can handle this if that's what the case is. But I bet Rim answer was, nah, don't do that. Like, now it's like you showing sympathy for the nigga. Oh, yeah, these bros is nasty with it when it come down to that. Nasty with it. Nasty. So, my thing now that I'm hearing, Papoose, you already got caught before all this other stuff starts taking place. You already got caught when this stuff hit the fan. You was already caught. So now it's safe to say you kept playing it out. But let's let Pat keep talking.
She's saying things like that. And I'm like, damn, it's not like her. So maybe this dude holds something on her. I'm going to play the recorder right now. This is the lane saying that he's holding stuff over her head. So far, she's saying she's helping me. I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go with that. But can I hear the audio? Let me play it again.
So this is why I say it's getting dirty. How did he get that audio? How did Pat get that audio? Yo, how did Pat get that audio? And if Rim wasn't doing nothing and she wasn't cheating, how do this guy got videos and pictures of Rim? No. How? Like, how is that? I don't find that ironic. Like, hold on, wait a minute. Okay. For one, what is he doing with these pictures and things of that nature? What is he doing? Is he just a photographer? Come on, talk to me in the chat. I talk back, talk to me. Right now, I'm into my little thing, so I'm not, paying the chat no attention. But talk to me. Type in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. So far, we listen to Papoose. He been on a rim. He been knew something was shaky. He said he walked in an event and seen them doing boo-boo issues. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what boo-boo issues is? Hugged up, like they in relation. So you got A dude that's okay with playing. All right, yeah, I know you married. That's cool. I'm all right with that. You know what I mean? So, hit the like button, people. You know what I mean? Share the live out. Subscribe if you haven't. You're now rocking out with your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. I'm reacting off of a situation that Papoose is going through right now. So I'm reacting off his reaction. Finally, he speaks out his own mouth about what's been going on with him and Remy Ma, and he's telling it. And he's telling it. Wax Dog Salute. And he's telling it, people. He's opening up and he's talking about things that should have stayed in the closet. So let Papoose keep speaking. Now, this is Easy to Block Captain recording that mysteriously Papoose got his hands on. So Easy to Block Captain is talking about how pretty much he's friendly extorting Remy, supposedly, allegedly exposing Remy. So if Remy do whatever, he got this gamishing information that he will expose. So this is what Papoose is playing. That's Easy to Block Captain having a conversation with somebody, pretty much saying that he got something over Rim head, and if she tell all tell, I'ma tell all tell. You dig? J.E. salute, God. So we gonna continue to let Pap do his thing. Pap stayed quiet for 3 years. That bird jumped out the window. He got a that's a fact. Wax, that's a whole fact. Now listen, bear witness to this. You just heard this lane who she was dealing with since 2022 say in his own voice, I got videos and pictures of us that's gonna go whenever I say so. I don't care if she go back to him. This cheating gonna go when I say so. This is the same recording he was up in conversation. Oh, I'm gonna be on Love and Hip Hop, I'm gonna get more followers, all this foolishness, right? So y'all just heard the lane, the knockout victim, say he got videos of. But let's listen to her telling me that, by the way, one of the reasons why she's okay. Yo, did he just call him the knockout victim? Hey, yo, Papoose just called the nigga the knockout victim. Yo, how you call a nigga the knockout victim? Yo, Pap called him the knockout victim. Yeah, I just want to know, how did Pap get all these videos? That's what I want to know. How did Pap get his hands on on these recordings? That's what I want to know. Glass Joe too. Yeah, that knockout victim don't hit crazy. Let's finish listening to Pap. Wow, she's so angry at me because she says all of this is my fault. Y'all ready for this? Because I knocked him out. She said if I would have never knocked him out, she would have been stopped talking to him. She said the fact that I knocked him out, she had to keep talking to him because she didn't want him to expose things. Most drivers don't know that they can buy out their lease because no. So now I want to know, what is it that he can expose? That don't even sound right, because now you knocked him out. Now I'm gonna be with him more. If you wouldn't have knocked him out, I would have left him. That's what he said. That's what Rim told him. Rim told him, listen, hold on for a minute, people. So Rim pretty much told Papoose, if you don't knock him out, or if you wouldn't have knocked him out, I would have deaded it. But since you knocked him out, I gotta keep rocking with him because he got information on me. That's wild. That's wild. Because now you got to think deeper now. Hold on, wait a minute. How long was y'all rocking for him to have any kind of information on you? He just knocked him out about a year ago. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, JE. It's that B Yummy salute. Appreciate the pull up. You know what I'm saying, though, people? Yo, when y'all come in the building, man, hit that like button, man. Share the live. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Please do so. We are now breaking down Papoose having some words for his ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, Remy Ma. So, why would he have any damaging information on you? That right there tells a lot. That means y'all been rocking for some time. For him to have this kind of whatever it is on you, if you do him dirty or what, like he the creep. Well, anyway, let Pap keep talking. Because she didn't want him to expose things. I highly suspected that they was using drugs together. I heard someone say earlier while she was on live, "Are you high?" She moves very strange. I see the video outside herself. I'm not accusing her of anything. Not my style. But the fact that you now see that part right there, Pap, you was watching. You was watching. You was watching. Because in the chat, somebody asked her that. So you was watching, Pap. Stop it. To my children and fabricated all these stories about me about this money. When I wrote 90% of your verses, I met you. I can type a word from any one of your verses for the past time I've been with you. I wrote like 3 songs on your first album. Whoa. It's getting messy, people. Pap was writing for Remy? He said did he just say he wrote 3 songs for Remy on her first album? I wonder how long they was. Never mind. That hit different. Not only did he let him tell it. What are your verses for the past time I've been with you? I wrote like 3 songs on your first album. I can come in my email draft right now, which has dates on them, y'all. 2016, 14, and you can literally see her lyrics. The whole rapper pop up. But let me say this, though. Let's get to this part right here. We just heard him admit that he's blackmailing her, right? Now, let's listen to her telling me that he's blackmailing her. That she would have been stopped talking to him. Since she want to get on here fabricate and fake pick his name up. Have you noticed since I moved on? You never see her with the name no more? She was sneaking around with the restaurants. So, what was that? G Factory? Matching outfits? Losing the battle on stage, getting cooked by Geechee, getting cooked by Suge. This nigga get cooked every battle. I don't know what type of rap is this dude, man. Never lost a battle in my life. Anyway, keep moving. We don't care about that. She tried to make it about Clarissa. I just met Clarissa in July last year. I've been dealing with this with you since 2022. Clarissa has nothing to do with this. She's very angry because Clarissa is shining like the diamond she is. World class champion, Olympic winner. She has nothing to do with this. Actually, Clarissa went on the Breakfast Club, did an interview, and said she don't have a problem with her. Yesterday morning, I went up to a phone call of her being belligerent, being a narcissist, screaming on my phone, claiming that Clarissa disrespected her. What did she just? How did she disrespect you? She said she don't have a problem with you. Then, in the process of that phone call, she asked me, "So are you done with me? Are you done with me?" I said, "Is that a question?" So y'all know how that goes. So it'll do the back and forth thing, back and forth, back and forth. Remy got to denounce that she called him. Remy got to denounce the fact that she asked him, "Is she done with me?" So it's like, where do we go from here? Because now the social media is involved. The social media is involved. And they hitting it low. They going low blow. He's talking about he wrote Remy rhymes. He been writing for Remy. He wrote 3 songs on her first album. Like, I mean, wow. Like, really? This is what happens when a power couple fall apart, or let's just say that a power couple fall apart. Pap's still talking though. Listen. Am I done with you? I said, she said, "You move forward with divorce?" I said, "Yes." My attorney, she want to fabricate the story. Someone got retained attorney. The last time I spoke to Remy, he said, "Listen." I said, "Listen." I spoke to my attorney. See, now that part, now I don't know about that part. You know what I mean? Because again, Rem said she got the papers. She said she paid for it. She the only one with the attorney. Why he didn't come get the paperwork, right? So I'm firm on believing that Pap kind of fronting on this one because why didn't you get your clothes from that situation already? You clearly said you moved on. Why do you still have pretty much all your stuff in Rem house or your home? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't collect that? But yet you talking about the paperwork? Why you ain't go get okay, do Rem even have the paperwork? Let Pat keep talking.
The last time I spoke to Rem, I said, listen, I spoke to my attorney. Saturday is the day that her schedule allows me to come in. I've been interviewing different attorneys trying to pick the right one. I wanted to get a civilized divorce where we don't have to do none of this clown shit. She never wanted to do that. Just in recent time, she started to claim, I say recently, past few weeks, she started to claim that, she wants to get a civil private divorce. So I said, okay, good. So when she called me the other day, trying to get back to me yesterday, and I declined because she was so mad about Clarissa, so angry because I finally moved on. She sees us living our life. She talking about doing something for the gram or doing it for this and that. I'm living my life. I lived over there with you. I tolerated your foolishness, your cheating, your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Moving along, I just played an audio to y'all of the lane admitting that he's blackmailing her. Now I want to play an audio of her telling me that he's blackmailing her. Basically saying, but before I want to play the audio, I want to let y'all know that she's very angry at me because she says that I would never knocked him out. None of this would happen. So one of the reasons why she has so much animosity towards me is because I knocked him out. I'm letting y'all know that right now. That's one. I'm gonna tell y'all the other two later. Oh, it gets worse. Hold on. You want to be funny? I'll be funny too. I'm gonna be funny with the truth. You lie, you lie, you lie. You had the audacity to come on here and make a fake story and say, "Oh, my mother called me." How you know what I'm saying? Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. First and foremost, you talking about your mother called you about a YouTube video. Everybody know they make fake videos on YouTube. The reason I ask you that was like this person that knows we all know those fake. You just mad because you see us moving on in our life, right? You want to fabricate a story about that. I still say I'm over because me and her have a tight relationship like that.
So again, like I said, type in the chat. Do y'all think Rem's still in her bag? Is she still mad? Is Rem jealous because Pat moved on? If she's calling him speaking the way he said she's speaking, is she wrong? Because in her video, she says she's good. So if you good, why are you still in contact? So he say. So Pap say. Let Pat keep talking.
I would never say anything to disrespect her or anybody in the entire family. You lied and said, I said, go get your brothers. That's a cat. Everybody know I'm close. I'm more close to them and show them more love and support than you do. But let's keep it moving. So we already played the audio of the lane, the knockout victim. So they didn't even fight back. That's what made me mad. I would just clip them. Okay?
Yo, how you call him a knockout victim though? Yo, the knockout victim go hard, yo. That's a fact. Call that nigga the knockout victim.
What's the fact that I see that nigga so I ran down the stairs to close this shit. He didn't fight back. Nigga was like dead headlights. That's what you knocked him out. It's no mystery. Had to take a shot. Knocked his 2-5 low, like holding my hand, the whole shit. Let me show y'all the audio of check this out. I was trying to listen to this. Y'all hear me? Should I play the lane first? Should I play the lane saying that he the knockout victim? Saying that he's blackmailing her? Let me play her. But she ain't mad because I knocked him out, y'all. Blast Joe, y'all. We call him Blast Joe. Check it out. Listen to her. I want y'all to bear witness to this because out of the whole situation, this was one of the parts that really bothered me. So that's why I reached out to certain fake friends who I thought would be real, like they say to y'all, and step up. I try to bring it to your attention. Yo, I think she's being blackmailed. Do me a favor. Just reach out to her. Don't tell her I spoke to me. I just want to know she's okay. She hasn't seen the baby in days. So I said, damn. See if I can reach out. But I don't want to involve nobody.
Now, how healthy is that? You know what I mean? She's saying, Remy's saying, he don't come see the baby. Now he's saying Rem don't. You know what I mean? Like, who lying? Rem just clearly said he don't. He's not in this kid's life. He don't come holler. He don't whatever, whatever. Now he's saying Rem don't be in her kid's life. Ain't it kind of? It's a twist. That's why I said you can't be biased. They both bozos. Like, you just can't be biased. Because let's say if that's true, Rem calling him, asking, can we get back together? Like, why? And you was just clearly on Instagram or whatever you was on talking about you good, you moving on. This nigga still got his clothes in the house. Why he don't come get them? I got the paperwork. This nigga pawned my jewelry. Yeah, she going in on him. Let's get back to back. So we played the audio of him saying that he's blackmailing her. Now I'm gonna play the audio. What she said. Yeah, I want y'all to know that this is my ex-wife. We're not married anymore. But at the time, as a married man, I wanted to protect her from being blackmailed. So I told her, if this is going on, let me know. Whether he's blackmailing you, I'll handle that. And we get past it as a family. Hold on. They not married anymore. They got a divorce? That's the question. I ain't know they got a divorce. He just said they not married anymore. Anybody in chat know anything about that? Are they still married? Can somebody help me out in the chat? I want to know if they still married. Because he's saying they're not married anymore. I didn't hear nothing about nobody signing no divorce papers. Somebody let me know in the chat. Yeah, because he just said they not married no more. Okay, legally, okay. All right, one of those. All right. Just let Pat keep talking. And we get past that family. But she lies so much, you don't know what to believe. So I'm like, damn, she blackmailing? Is he blackmailing or not? But I'm trying to get to this. Team fuck this nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. I had no idea my wife was doing this. Wow. So Rem dissing Easy the Block Captain. Yo, you can't make this up, man. Fuck this nigga. That's your name, babe, bro. Your name is Team Fuck this nigga. Hold on, let's play this again. Wow. She said Team Papoose and Team F this nigga. This is messy. This is messy. It's it's so messy, right? That it feels like somewhere in the beginning, Pap was buying into it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But they having these kind of conversations. Don't it sound like somewhere in there, like Pap is kind of, I'm gonna be okay with you, cheating on me or rocking out. Right? I don't know. Let's keep listening.
So she's mad at me because I knocked him out. So she's telling me that I knocked him out. I put her in a position where she still had to be cool with him. But she tell y'all on live, oh, he's this, oh yeah, a man that treated me right, a man that did this and that. You just said, they don't want to deal with this lane no more. So we got one audio of him saying that he's blackmailing her. For all y'all who didn't hear it, we got an audio in the lane. And man, the blackmailing this woman. Listen to this. Yeah, mom, so what? She saying she don't believe me? I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But let me try to get to the right part. Y'all bear with me, man. Hold on, let me get this right. We're gonna get to it. So we play the audio, y'all, of the lane admitting the blackmailing her. It's admitted. Yeah, mom, so what? She saying she don't believe me? I believe her. You know what I'm saying? So I want to go with that. But basically saying she's been blackmailed. That's what it sounds like to me. What y'all think? I would have been stopped talking to this nigga. So you telling me?
But yo, how is she that comfortable with having that kind of conversation with her husband about her cheating on this thing just confused me. It just took me spin. Facts. It just took me for a spin. She said it could have been Team Papoose and Team F this nigga. Yo. Then Pap said that now I don't know how long ago this conversation or when Pap did this. It say a couple hours ago. So I don't know. You know what I mean? But I do know that they are sitting down having a conversation about the issue. That's a whole fact. So somewhere down there, it's safe to say that Papoose was kind of, I guess, buying into it already. Like, all right, this what you doing? All right, cool. Not all right, cool, but it is what it is. Because she's not denying it, is the point I'm making. She's definitely not denying it.
You got a lane running around your bragging, fucking wife, oh shit, right? You got a lane who came up in front of me, shook my hand, and was just totally disrespect as a man. You sleep with my wife, it is what it is. She chose that, she's an adult. That's not why I knocked you out. I knocked you out because you shook my hand. But he's on audio saying blackmailing you. So which one is it? You told me numerous times you don't deal with it no more. You want to go on Instagram and say you with your child every day. No, you're not. You just started being with the baby after I left. Once I left, you started trying to prove to me that you're with the baby, you're doing the right thing, you're doing things I've always wanted you to do. You just called me the other day and said happy anniversary. I didn't say that to you, right? I didn't say that to you. You know why? Because on the 15th, yeah, once you came.
So is that true? Did Rem hit Papoose up and say happy anniversary? Can we believe either one of them? Is that true? Rem hit Pap and said happy anniversary. Is there any truth to that? I would like to know. Yeah, Gemini's nobueno.com.
15th year anniversary came, which was announced when we were supposed to have and then we did in 10 years. You didn't want to acknowledge it probably because you were so busy running around doing what you was doing. Now I'm in a space where I moved on. So for a person who got all these lies to say about me, why is it that you try to call me the other day and say happy anniversary? Why is it that when I want to pick my daughter up, you asking me for gifts and things like that? Why is it? Because you're a narcissist. And in the process of you being a narcissist, anything you can't control, you're mad. But you lost the remote. So you know somebody lose the remote, they go frantic. See, what you didn't understand was my loyalty was because I said weather bad before God, better for worse, richer for poor, sickness and health. Death was coming. I lived that out. I did nothing but take care. Every utility in that house to this day right now is under my name. The alarm company called me today. You talking all this money talk? You just paid a cable bill.
Wow. So now it's the who took care of who game. I took care of you, you took care of me. Rem said she was paying bills from jail. Rem said she was paying bills from jail. Who was doing what? If Rem was paying bills from the jail, what was Papoose doing? Yeah. What was Papoose doing? But if you listen to him now, he was the one paying all the bills.
Right within the last 2 weeks out of my account. I had to bail you out of jail when you closed your case. You had to pay the civil case. Let me backtrack it. Who account did that come from? Me. You didn't have a dime. Slave on me. May you rest in peace. You on me. I think everyone should have one of these in their car now. So when you say malicious things about him, that ain't deceased, I know why, because you know the truth. So all this money talk that you're talking, you're a liar. All you do is lie. Let me bipolar. Say something 1 minute, and she'll say 5 minutes later that she never said it. She will say she never said it. Right now on my phone, and like I told you, I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on credit. I never did anything. When people said, Pat, right now, oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before you was. That's why when I started writing, they saw the difference. You want to talk down upon me. You want to try to assassinate my character. But in actuality, people who interact with us. Anybody who ever been around, I've never been around me, please step to the front. Am I respectful? Am I considerate? I come from a very big family. I'm very loved. I'm very loved, inside and outside. And guess what? Your family love you too. But you don't love them. You're very cruel to people because you're a narcissist. And you know what? It hurts me that I gotta even say this about you. That I gotta even come on this loud and do this. But the fact that you tried to mention my children, the fact that you had the audacity to come on here and say, I had to see my daughter, when you didn't allow me to see my daughter.
Yo, you know what? I said that. I just wanted to hear him say it. I said that. Is that one of the possibilities? Is that one of the possibilities? Yo, come on, people, hit the like button. You know what I mean? Come on now, hit that like button. You come in the building, share the live out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you in advance. You know what I'm saying? We got Papoose clearing, like cleaning, let's say, cleaning all the dirty laundry. You only hearing it first from UNC Network. This is coming out of Papoose mouth. I don't even do the recap like that. I'm trying not to recap it like that, but I had to recap this. So I sped the audio up a little bit. I'm hoping that y'all understand and y'all can hear it. But this is exclusive. If the timeline adds up, this is exclusive. So I need y'all to hit the like button. I know y'all in the bushes. Come out the bushes and unwind. Let your hair down. You understand? You rocking out with your boy 050 bucks and gave me to shoot right back. Mob on that like button. So all I'm asking for, mob on that like button. Come on, we'll be at an hour and some change in. Mob on the like button. So that's all I'm asking for. Mob on the like button. It's exclusive. Ain't nobody playing this back. Nobody. There's no way I only got 20 likes. I'm sure 50 people that came through this live came and left. That means they didn't hit the like button. We need to see them likes go up, man. not being disrespectful to the like button. Not being disrespectful to the like button. That's a fact. Get them likes up, people.
That you had the audacity to come here and say, I had to see my daughter. You didn't allow me to see my daughter. December 14th, we gave my daughter a birthday party. You came to my attention. We spoke about the party. I said, how much.
So, like I was saying, Rem is holding him back from seeing his daughter. But Rem making it seem like he don't want to see his daughter. Or he haven't been coming to see his daughter. So, is it Rem holding his clothes hostage? That's just a question. Is Rem holding his clothes hostage? Come on, people, get that like button up. Type in the chat. Let me know what y'all think. Is Rem holding his clothes hostage? Can we believe Rem hearing what we hearing now?
December 14th, we gave my daughter a birthday party. You came to my attention. We spoke about the party. I said, how much is the party? You told me y'all around the party. You put up your half of the money for the party. I put up my money for my daughter's party. When my daughter's party took place, you had the audacity to send me a text and tell me not to come to my child's party. Why did you do that? Because I moved on. And I was sitting in the house watching my daughter while you running around with his lane. Come on to me and say you wasn't with him. Why would you be with him? He's so beneath you. When I noticed that you was probably getting blackmailed, but you're such a liar, I tried to protect you, like I always protected you. You want to make it, you want to go on the grand, you want to play some games about me not getting out. That's a small thing. That was the first time you saw me in action. But you know what? Work confidently while on S. Like I said earlier, there's 3 reasons why she started to have so much animosity towards me. One was because I knocked him out. And it wasn't because she cared about his well-being. It was because she had been, as a celebrity, as a famous person, who could be a role model if she wanted to, she has been behaving in a very, should I say promiscuous? She has been behaving in a very not too respectful way. And it's been right under the nose of the entire industry and everybody. And people allow it because some of them are groupies, some of them are clout chasers, some people, they know the truth, but they act like it's not happening. By me knocking him out, they kind of put it out there, what's really going on. Also, she try to fool y'all and say, one person would be in a marriage with a loving husband, being taken care of, bills paid, and cheat. You know one person would do that? You. Everything will be fine, and you will still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, right? That's one of the main problems with you. I can sit up here and run through your body count, but that's not what I want to do, because I'm not here to tear you down, and I'm not here to disrespect you.
Hold on. We just can't let him just say that and just blah, 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 right? What do he mean he know her body count? Because I'm sure people, he knew this before he married her. So now, is that a shot? Is her body count playing a factor now? And you married her? See, we're going to dig in the pap with that one. Because us dudes, you know, it's safe to say that's the game we play, right? But don't that make Pap look a little dirty-ish? Knowing that she had a body count, knowing that she can't keep her legs closed. And I'm sure you did the unbelievable. Wild Country salute. Skin and Bone salute. Appreciate the pull up. Hit that like button, people. My likes ain't going nowhere. Hit that like button. You know what I mean, though? You know her body count is this and that. You still doing husband things, knowing that your wife's body count is like, come on, Pat. You went out bad with that one. You went out bad with that one. Because that shouldn't even been a factor, because I'm sure you was laying up doing husband things. So what did her body count have anything to do with anything? But she added you to the count. That's it.
you mentioned my children and you fabricated after you already been documented and recorded, telling the truth about how I supported you when you was away, telling the truth about our entire time together. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. You're a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with him. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying saying that you're not with him. Why would you be with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said let's go to therapy, and I agreed. Didn't really agree with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I called him, I knocked him out. Wherever I was so mad, I would have knocked him out. You so mad at me because I knocked him out at your event. Anyway, I saw him that he was being put down. And I told you this. I still got the messages telling you this. So all this fabrication, all these stories about me, my children, all these stories about money. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who will erase their Instagram. They hide it from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, the entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she ain't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? Hey, this is what I got in my account. Let's keep it above. So you want to fabricate these stories? I don't have to fabricate to impress anybody. Everybody knows I'm a hard worker. Everybody knows I came from the bottom. Everybody knows I went from artist transition to executive. All the times y'all see me support this woman, any song, any video she dropped, show me one post of her saying, subscribe to support. Show me one. Just show me one.
So I mean, so now when you hear this, what would we say about Remy? Is Pap the breadwinner, and Remy Ma is the broke one? Because we hearing this from his own mouth. So now I guess, you know, you got to pick a side. Oh no, Remy telling the truth. Oh no, Pap telling the truth. Which one is it? So I'm not picking a side. To me, they both bozos. They both fouling out. I don't care who is the breadwinner. That doesn't matter. They both just look bad right now. They even come up here and argue. Like, you don't hear none of these other celebrities come up here and talk about who paid what, who the breadwinner, and who make. You don't hear that. I mean, you don't hear that. I mean, at least stick to the black love code or something. I mean, because that's, you know, that was y'all pitch. Black love. Stick to that. You know what I'm saying? Stick to that. Because anything else is like, all right, cool. Well, we gonna break up. I'm gonna go my way. She go her way. And that's it. At this point, who cares who was the breadwinner?
Show me one, guys. When I drop the album every single month, as the year progressed, the producers and the artists grew higher and higher and higher. By the time I got to the end of the year and I caught that feature with Lil Wayne, she ain't come home no more. She started staying out. There's people very close to you when you did that in the past. We know her for a long time. Don't pay her no mind. She's only doing that to throw you off your grind. She said you finally about to be successful again, bro. It's been a long time. You deserve it. You know what she did? Start staying out, not coming home. So I could go on and on about her. She could fabricate any lie she wanted about me. Any lie she wanted to fabricate, she could fabricate.
So Rem need to answer that. Why was you staying out? Why wasn't you coming home? What was your reason? Instead of supporting your husband. That's what I would like to know. What made you stay out? When was you done with this dude where you should have just said, yo, I'm done, I'm moving on? But nah, you played this thing all the way to the bus, and now we came back to hit you in the bumper. Just being honest, my man Mikey B voice. I'm not here to take sides, people.
Any lie she want to fabricate, she can fabricate. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. So all this money talk on that aspect, that's cap. Talk about me buying you gifts. Can you tell which app is it? Talk about me buying you gifts. You try to say in the past, oh, you don't buy gifts. That's documented. You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk? First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cash you out and you want to do things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property. We bought this house together. We bought it together.
So why isn't Rem talking about that? She did say that he pawned her jewelry. Is it because he paid for it? That shit what Pap got to say.
I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist? I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. But like I said earlier, the fact that you chose to mention my kids, that's why I responded on this video. As far as the divorce, like I said, she never wanted to get a divorce. I'm sorry, she never wanted a divorce. That's correct. And she didn't want to do it peacefully, like two adults. Because the attorneys brought to my attention, if you guys agree, the divorce can be private. But if you don't agree, it gets messy. Brought that to our attention. She never wanted to do it. Just recent. And I say within the past 2 weeks, she's been saying that she wanted to do it civilized way. So we had a plan. She said she wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to go to a mediator. She wanted to work it out. She even tried to tell me, like I told you yesterday, she started asking me, are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, is that even a question? I'm going forward with the divorce.
So is that true, Rem? Did you hit Pap up in the background and ask him, was he done with you? Is these allegations true? Because I'm going to see a lot of people jumping the gun. No, yeah, this and no, yeah, that, taking sides. And we hear one side, I'm hearing he bashing her, I'm hearing she bashing him. But, you know, there's a lot of important things being left out. He wrote all your lyrics. He wrote your #1 hit. Like, are these things true? He bought you jewelry. He always gifted you. Like, are these things true? Because you making him seem like a bum nigga. So is that the reason why he pawned the jewelry? Because he bought it? Not saying that that was you know, an honorable move, but you brought it up, making it seem like that was your jewelry that he pawned. And if your jewelry had any substance, it should have been paperwork with it, with your name on it, where he couldn't have pawned it. What we talking about? Pawn jewelry? That that sounds weird. I never heard no A-list celebrity talking about pawning jewelry. Because shouldn't your jewelry be insured? Because when you pawn, you're not getting close to what you paid for. But that's a whole nother story. Are you done with me? Are you done with me? I said, that even a question. I'm going forward with the divorce, yes. Now, I wake up to this morning. Very strange. So, what I'm saying to y'all is, the reason why this happened is you mentioned my children, and you lied. You cheated with this lane since 2022. You cheated with numerous others before that. And you know it's true. You know it's true. You know it's true. Look at the comments. You know what I wrote? I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. When you listen to it, y'all know my pen. But that's neither here nor there. That's not why I came here. The only reason why I'm mentioning that is because you fabricated. You fabricated and you talked about my children. And as a father, I was not going to allow that. I've allowed you to do what you've been doing all this time, and I said nothing. I said nothing. She got mad at me because I went live and said I didn't knock this lame out. That is true though, man. You know what I mean? Ending it. I'm done listening because you know it's like you get caught up at a point of who telling the truth and who not. You know, but I am going to talk about the fact that she did mention that his son, you know, A B C D E F G. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's uh, that's a low blow. Dig? That's a low blow. So I can't call it on that. Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, it could affect her business. Word. Wild Country, salute, my guy. Appreciate the pull up. Yo, Skin and Bone, salute. Appreciate the pull up. Wax Dog, salute. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So you know, it's just sad, you know, when you have two people like that and they being this petty. Because this is petty at its all-time high. Yeah, this is petty at its all-time high. Kids are being brought up. He broke, she broke. She says she paid all the bills from jail. He said he paid all the bills. You saying he took your jewelry, pawned it. I'm saying I think that was his jewelry he bought, so he took it and pawned it. You saying he don't come holler at his child. He's saying you the reason why. You saying you done. You got all this stuff packed. He's saying you hitting him up, talking about, are you done with me? Where could you know what I mean, people? You get where I'm going with this? How could you choose a side? You know what I'm saying? How could you choose a side? Right. We'll never, that's a fact, Jess. We'll never know what really took place. You know what I mean? We'll never know what took place. But it's always safe to say, be unbiased about it. You don't gotta, yeah, you know what I feel with Rim. Like, I mean, to an extent, as a woman, I have that intuition, right? But looking at it from a man view and just not really being biased and going down the middle with it, neither one of them should have said nothing. Because now we get people like myself to start digging in, to start questioning who did what. And then now you expose, like right now. Remy saying one thing, papoose saying another. They pretty much debunking each other's story. They debunking. Oh no, I paid all the bills. She ain't pay all the bills. I always gifted. She like, but the wild thing is that he's saying that he wrote your number one hit song. He wrote it. He said he wrote 90% of your lyrics. What's that about? She ain't talking about that. Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, that's a fact. We don't know the whole story. Yeah, because he's saying it. You know what I mean? Like that could be the only proof for me. Just knowing that he's saying it, it came out his. And nobody can't say they heard it from nobody. That's what's coming out his mouth. This is the things that he are saying out his mouth. The same way we hear her talking out her mouth. Right. So what they doing again? They just debunking each other's story. It's a back and forth game. He say, she say. That's why I try not to get into it in a manner to where as though I got to make myself look like an a-hole. You know what I mean? Because once you start trying to decipher what's going on, you're gonna look more and more like the a-hole. You're gonna look more and more like the a-hole. You're gonna look more and more like, yo, listen, you being a chatty patty. Because one person is saying this and one person is saying that. And at the end of the day, ain't nobody coming with true facts. You know what I mean? None of it is true facts. None of it. So it's like, can you believe? Because again, like Jess said, we not there. But what we do know is neither one of them is telling the truth. We do know that. Neither one of them is telling the truth. That's the only thing we can hold our hat on. Do the content and be unbiased. But what I will say, certain things need to be left off the internet when you are husband and wife. Give that to yourself. If you don't give yourself anything else, give that to yourself. Then you can do less explaining. You'll do less explaining. Is it nasty work? Yeah. Why? Kids are involved. Now your kids are going to be left to tell a story that y'all should have cleared up long time ago. Long time ago. Look at Papoose daughter that he has with Remy. Let's say she buy into the easy to block captain. How could she take him serious when he trying to chastise her? When she could say, nigga, my pops knocked you out. Yeah. Who are you? You can't tell me nothing. My pops knocked you out. You understand? So, with that being said, people, man, I appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. Jess, appreciate the pull up. Asia, appreciate the pull up. Everybody that pulled up in the building, man. Wax Dog, Wild Country, Skin and Bones, my man Top Shot. Yeah, my man El Pla got pulled up. Grown man Thoughts pulled up. Yeah, man, appreciate the pull up, man. You know what I mean? Old Head pulled up. You know what I mean? My man Jimmy P pulled up. Yeah, man. You dig? Appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? I hope on y'all way out, man. Y'all mash that like button. You know what I mean? Y'all share the live. Go subscribe if you haven't. You know what I mean? If you have, thank you in advance. Go to my community wall. Check out my merch. We got the tees and the short sets and, the baby things coming. I'll do the hats on the list. So that'll be, coming soon to to a hood near you in a minute as well. Again, man, it's your boy 050 Bucks, aka Mr. Shoot Right Back. Appreciate everybody for pulling up. Appreciate the chat participation. Y'all already know what we're gonna do over here. We're gonna keep winning, man. You understand what I'm saying? It's UNT Network. We make that network. Wow.